I'm about to go in there and play Starman in front of some staff, some students of ours. Feeling quite nervous now, but a bit excited as well. My challenge is to learn the song Starman by Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I've spoken to the students that have moved into our Ziggy themed house in the university quarter. In a week's time I've got to perform the song to them at their house. So I'm going to go have an initial listen, see if I can work out the chords and the general structure, and I'll come back in a little while, see how we get on. So for anybody that doesn't know, the Spiders from Mars are actually from Hull. They were originally known as the Rats and later went on to join David Bowie. We've got tons of memorabilia. My favourite one is this, which actually shows that the Spiders from Mars performed at Hull University back in the day. How cool is that? So I've come down to the Adelphi in Hull. It's about 20 minutes away from the university quarter. Historically and musically, this is a massive, massive place in Hull because bands such as the House Martins started here, Oasis, Kaiser Chiefs, Pulp, Radiohead performed here literally the day before their huge single Creep was released. When I was first set this challenge, if I'm honest, I was a little bit nervous. It's been a long while since I've performed in front of people. There's a few intricacies in there that back in the day I used to be able to do no problem that I'm not going to lie, I've struggled with a little bit. I've practiced it as best as possible. You don't want to let anybody down, you want it to be something that people feel it's been worth them taking some time to actually come down and have a look and have a listen. And you want to do the whole theme of the house justice as well. You want to do the whole Spiders from Mars legacy a bit of justice. They may never ever get to hear this, but if ever one of them does just happen to find it online and have a little listen, I'd like to think that they'd tap the foot and think it's all right. Right now we have 50 minutes before the performance, feeling really excited, a little bit nervous as well. It takes me back to the good old days before a gig. So yeah, bring it on. I think you all know the score, but Richard challenged me to learn the song Starman in honour of our Ziggy house and the students that live here. I'm going to give it a little dabble. Here's my instrumental version. Sorry if it's rubbish. The house itself was the brainchild of Richard Stott, our managing director, who was a massive fan of David Bowie, of the Rats, of Spiders from Mars, the guy who really, really liked his music.
Living here has been a pretty amazing experience.
Probably one of the best student houses I'll ever live in. The opening event was amazing. We had Woody Woodmansley, who's the drummer from Spiders from Mars, come down.
When I've brought friends over to the house, they've thought it's incredible. Like, they've never seen a student house like this.
I've put a little bit of a nod to a modern classic, which I think stands in line with the classic that Starman is. It doesn't matter what era music is from. If it's great, it's great. I kind of like to think if you could go to a concert and see these two bands, Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, and the other little nod that I'm going to throw in there, together I think it would sell out in seconds. It's very different not having the band there around you and doing it just for yourself. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are used to doing that day in, day out. I take my hat off to them because it's pretty nerve-wracking.
That's a lot.
We had no idea what to expect.
I thought it was either going to be amazing or really bad, and I'm happy it was amazing. Like, we got one of two ways.
I just wasn't expecting all of the little flurries and things like that, so yeah, it's done really well.
I really liked what he did with Seven Nation. I wasn't expecting that, and it kind of blew me away a bit, that bit in particular anyway.
I was all nervous for him because he's been telling us about his worries and his woes about practicing, and he's got a young family, and he's a really considerate guy. He was worried about his neighbours and doing it, but it's just been wonderful. Everybody enjoyed it, and we're just so glad for Dan.
I didn't expect Kexgill to go this far. Like, I asked them to build the house, I thought that was it, but then they just kept adding to it.
I hope that from the experience of us creating this house and the memorabilia that's in here, the little bit of history that's in here, I hope that it inspires any students that come and stay here in the future to look into a little bit of the culture and the history of music within Hull, not just music, but arts as a whole. Hopefully they'll learn something that they didn't know, and they'll take a little bit of that away with them, and some pride that they came, studied here and experienced a bit of it for themselves.